Rajiv, you want to sing? Sing. You know, Hare Krishna. Because we're going to wait. You play. Where's your mother?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyachade Satarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. What a nice thing to do at the end of a festival of holy name, to have initiation into the chanting of the holy name. We thought maybe you got nervous and weren't going to come or something, but you came. We're very happy. Krishna has a wonderful sense of humor. And Krishna has a wonderful way of making things happen that we don't know they're going to happen, and then they happen. And here on the day of initiation of 3 of our young congregation members, I think we will specifically be speaking about the significance of Harinama initiation. And initially, the planning was these 3 younger devotees would be receiving their first initiation, and then things started expanding. So, but Badahari being here for your initiation is part of Krishna's arrangement. We had something to do, but it was just Krishna's arrangement. What can I say? Because I know that's very meaningful to you 3. And so he'll also speak something on the significance of Harinam initiation. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Vai Bhakti Lata Bija. Very nice verse, spoken by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which means that the Jeev, the living entity, has been wandering and wandering and wandering, birth after birth, throughout the whole of the universe, and for that matter, many universes, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona. And somewhere along the line, one may become Bhagyavan, very fortunate. And that fortune is an attraction to again serve Krishna. And that attraction to again serve Krishna comes by mercy of Krishna, and the mercy of Krishna, as well as the mercy of Guru Krishna Prasadi Bhai Bhakti Lata Bij, by the mercy of both Guru and Krishna. Because Guru is but a representative of Krishna. Or, Prabhupada spoke in this way, the postal peon. I think he deliberately chose those terms. He knew very well that peon is not a very flattering term. You know what that term means? Kids over here? Peon? You ever heard that word? Peon means a little guy. Peon. That's what peon means. postal peon is like a deliverer, a message deliverer, that somebody writes a letter, they put on the stamp, close the envelope, take it to the post office. They arrange for where it's going to go, and it goes to the next station. And the postal peon is the postal deliverer. He just carries a bag, and in the bag is so many letters, and oh, this one is for you. This one is for you. This one is for you. He didn't write the letter, he's just carrying the letter. So Krishna's message is being carried by the postal peon. It's Krishna's message. And Krishna is saying, Sarvadharmam parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. Just surrender to me. Yeah, this one's for you, this one's for you, this one's for you. Postal peon. But postal peon of Krishna, that's a big post. Very responsible post. The responsibility of the postal peon is they don't open up the letter, take out that word, put in another word, rewrite some extra words, then seal it up again and say, this was for you. No editing allowed. Just as it is. Postal peon. Krishna's message, this is for you. And by the mercy of a postal peon, called by a far more glorious term called guru, that is, guru, the word guru means, Prabhupada taught us, it means heavy. Because he's carrying Krishna's word. Doesn't have to be, big, in weight, but heavy in the message it's Krishna's message. And Krishna is saying, surrender unto me. And so the Guru just says, surrender unto Krishna. And in various ways guides a soul to that position of becoming fortunate to take up the process of surrendering unto Krishna. And one nice thing about devotional service is it's not just an event, like this is an initiation event, and initiation means two things: acceptance and submission. The surrender unto Krishna is an ongoing, not an event, it's a process of surrender and surrender and surrender and did I surrender enough? Surrender and keep surrendering. There's no end to surrender. Well, isn't there a place where you're there, you're surrendered? Yes, and then you surrender some more, and then you surrender some more. Something that Prabhupada taught is Krishna is not just looking to see what you give when you surrender. He's looking to see what you're holding back. What's behind your back? What you got in your pockets? Here, Krishna, this is for you. Okay, and what else do you have? Well, in case there's a rainy day, I've got something in my back pocket. No. Sarvadharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Oh. Maybe later. The surrendering process is never complete. It's an ongoing process, because even when you're 100% surrendered, then Krishna gives you more capacity and you surrender that additional capacity to Krishna too. And you continue to surrender to Krishna, whatever it is that Krishna provides. So Harinam Diksha is recognizing that the postal peon delivered the envelope that said, surrender to Krishna. The envelope was opened. The envelope was read, oh, Krishna wants me to surrender unto him. And one has taken some steps toward Krishna, steps of surrender toward Krishna, to come to the position where you are now. It's an ongoing process of submission. And from Krishna's side, Krishna's acceptance. The Krishna's acceptance is through the current link is Prabhupada's phrase, the link in the disciplic succession. But it's actually, it's submission to Krishna. And the postal peon is serving as that conduit for it. Your submission to Krishna goes to Krishna, and Krishna's acceptance goes to you. It's an instrument of Krishna. But when someone is serving as an instrument of Krishna, they're regarded with respect and esteem as one regards Krishna. And for that matter, that's the Vaishnavas. They're also instruments of Krishna, serving in various ways. Just like our specifically address the 3 younger devotees here. I was expressing to Ashok earlier today. Priti wasn't there, so I'll embarrass both of them publicly. What a fantastic job you two have done. To raise 3 children in Krishna consciousness as you've done, and Shri Vallabha and Ruchira, same. To raise your daughters in Krishna consciousness as you've done, it's fantastic. Fantastic. And great credit also goes to the devotees, the Vaishnavas who have assisted. You've heard me use this expression before. It's borrowed from Bhakti Tirtha Swami. He says, there's a saying in Africa, to raise a child, it takes a village. So our village is our Vaishnav Sangha. To raise a child in Krishna consciousness, takes Vaishnav Sangha. And you all get some credit in the various ways that you have served to help train the devotee children to come to the stage of this awesome step of submission and being in acceptance by Krishna. Because first initiation means being accepted as a member of Krishna's family. So you have your families in which you're born, and then there's Krishna's family, and this is the greater Krishna's family. And along with being accepted in Krishna's family comes a Krishna name. It's part of the standard practice with Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes there are 5 elements that make up this initiation process, and one of them is receiving a name. Pancha Sanskar is the title of the essay. So receiving a name and receiving neck beads to identify this body belongs to Krishna. So sometimes people that are like unfamiliar with Krishna consciousness, they ask, what's this? I see you wearing some beads. So Prabhupada said, it's our dog collar. Now that can mean different things to different people. Like in the military, they wear a metal chain, and on the metal chain there's a plate, and the plate is embedded in their name. Embedded in the plate is their name. So in case they get blown up or something, they can find out whose body this belonged to. That's their dog collar. Or when people in America have a dog, sometimes, in addition to the thing around their neck, the little tag that says, my name is Fido and I belong to Mr. Smith, and if I get lost, please call Mr. Smith. Here's his phone number. So we belong to Krishna, dog collar. We belong to Krishna. So if the Yamadutas come along and they see you're wearing your dog collar, oh, they belong to Krishna. And tilak, that's number 3. Udravam purdra, tilak going in upward direction, vertical tilak. Because different sampradayas have different styles of how they apply tilak. Ours is the Gaudiya Vaishnava style of tilak. But this body belongs to Krishna. So you can wear tilak before you're initiated and after you're initiated. but it's part of the initiation process, wearing tilak, receiving neck beads, receiving a name. Another is tapa. Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes in different sampradayas that tapa is different. For men in the Sri Sampradaya, their tapa is their shoulders are branded with a hot metal, and it makes a mark of one of the symbols of Vishnu, and their arms permanently, Gada and Chakra. Look out. This body belongs to Lord Vishnu. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that Lord Chaitanya made it easier. Our tapa is regret. Regret that back that way I've wasted so much time and misused my human form of life, as many of our Vaishnava songs indicate, regretting misuse of this valuable human form of life, which I can never get back, which millions and millions and millions of gold coins can't buy back one moment of misused time. What a waste. So regret of having wasted time. Now let me move forward toward Krishna. My dear Lord Krishna, so many lifetimes, what to speak of moments of wasted time, I have misused. But now I've come to my senses. Please accept this one lifetime in your service. My dedication is unto you. That submission, which is the essence of what the devotees here who are receiving first initiation, what they're doing, is submission, and Krishna's acceptance. And the fifth item Bhaktivinoda Thakur identifies is receiving a deity, traditionally with receiving Gayatri initiation. With Gayatri comes a deity. So we already have our deity, Kishore Kishori. And in your homes, you also have a home deity. So you serve your home deity when you're in home, and in course of time, you'll receive second initiation, just as these devotees are going to be receiving second initiation explicitly, so they can serve Kishore Kishori in the temple. Because Brahminical initiation is required for deity worship in the temple. And practically speaking, should be there, ideally should be there, in one's home worship. But mandatory in installed deities in the temple. So, submission and acceptance. Submission unto Krishna and the immediate link for Krishna and the whole disciplic succession in the line coming from Krishna, in our disciplic line. Submission unto them and acceptance by all of them. And that's a lot of mercy. We have an awesome disciplic succession. Take some part of your life and contemplate the lives of our great acharyas, and to receive their mercy. That's huge, and that's what's signified by initiation. Acceptance by them. Please take our mercy. And we're fools if we say, well, think about it. Accept their mercy. And the acceptance of mercy, as is surrender and ongoing, the acceptance of mercy is also ongoing. That means one's capacity to receive through the process of surrender and submission, capacity to receive increases. So the mercy that can come into one's life can also increase and increase and increase until we're swimming in the ocean of mercy and calling out to Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a very wonderful moment, or the event is the event of initiation, a wonderful event, but years and years and years of preparation for this moment from the time that I've known our young devotees. From first, I can remember my first visit to Ashok and Preeti's home when you were living over by Devon Street. Remember? I remember. 3 little girls running around. They were very shy and they thought I was a monster. But, you know, slowly, and Ashok then moved to the suburbs in Naperville and immediately opened his home for programs. And where's Murari? There's Murari. Remember going to their home, and upstairs we had the adults program and downstairs was the kids program. Man, it was a great program. The program was so good that the kids didn't want to leave. Our adult program was over and their kids program was still going on. The adults wanted to go down and attend the kids program more than the adults program because the kids were having such a nice time. And they were having such a nice time that guaranteed when Friday came around again, they were there. Even if their parents didn't come, they dragged their parents to come, and it was, Murray's good teacher. Good teacher. Right? You remember those days? And so many things over so many years, growing in Krishna consciousness. I can remember some struggles that, won't get too specific, but some struggles with even chanting. Maybe I will go into it later, but slowly, just by patiently, carefully growing your Krishna consciousness, an adult-like decision, because growing up in Krishna consciousness and just following, because my family does, so I do, just follow, then something comes when you become a teenager. Adolescence does something to people, and you start considering, well, you know, what do I want to be when I grow up, and what are my values, and who am I, and what's going on, and which way is up and which way is down, and what's important to me, and you've made decisions, and I've participated with you in those decisions, and just contemplating, it's not my decision, it's your decision, but it's very, very wonderful. It's very inspiring. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm sure I'm speaking for the other community members. It's inspiring that this step is being taken, and not certainly the other members of our younger set in the congregation, like Prahlad Nrsimha, whose teacher is about to get initiated, and his parents are initiated, and it's inspiring, isn't it? Yeah. Because Shruti has become his teacher. Am I right? She got her teaching certificate, and there's one of her first students. His Grace, Prahlad Nrsimha Prabhu. And he's never naughty. He smiles so innocently. And other children in our congregation are becoming Shruti's students also, and so setting an example, not only for those who are literally her academic students, but the other youth and the other parents who are seeing this taking place. It's very inspiring. So this is a personal expression of gratitude for the work that all of you have done to help them come to this stage, and the work that you three have done to come to this stage. And keep chanting, keep surrendering, keep increasing in your capacity to receive Krishna's mercy. Keep receiving that mercy and keep giving that mercy to others by good example. And I can't remember exactly how, because actually I didn't hear exactly what Swati said, but at the end of the line, Krishna's in Vrindavan waiting for you. Something like that. And Kabe habe bolo sedi namar. When will that day come? Keep moving. Hare Krishna. Well, you got a microphone.
Yeah.
So, whatever you like to say.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This is a wonderful family, Krishna's family, that you're part of. Seeing this congregation, I'm reminded a little bit of the early days and how different it was. As Jayadvaita Maharaj would say sometimes that Srila Prabhupada was the only adult. Or that the problem with our movement is that we didn't have grandparents. So to see how far things have come and how wonderful we're the young people, and not only young people, but the devotees that are coming forward and coming to this movement are getting such mature guidance. And there's people looking after them every step of the way that really only have their interest at heart. So this is really heartwarming. It's what Srila Prabhupada wanted. It's said about Srila Prabhupada that he built a house that the whole world could live in peace. And this isn't just an imagination or wishful thinking or utopian, but we have a practical example right here in front of us, how by becoming part of Krishna's family, then we actually have a real relationship with each other. Especially in the modern world, people are so alienated in spite of Facebook. Or because of Facebook. They have virtual friends, but no actual friends. And who can be a friend in the material world? They don't know who they are. They don't know who you are. So we see practically how lonely people are. In fact, some of the even heart disease is attributed to the fact that people are just so lonely. So to see a community like this, it's just so full of love and so full of life, so full of enthusiasm. And not only that, to appreciate the holy name actually takes some qualification. A lot of times our children grow up and maybe they like kirtan, usually they like prasadam, but they can't always take up chanting japa. Maybe they don't see the point or they don't get anything out of it. So to see a community where there's this kind of loving relationships, so much self-sacrifice, so much service to each other, so much kindness, And the fruit of that is that the holy name shines in people's lives, and we can actually see that Krishna is present with us. He's present here in his deity form, and he's present in the form of his holy name. And this realization of the reality of Krishna consciousness is possible in an association like this. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido. So just one other thought is that sometimes when you're practicing Krishna consciousness, I guess my time's almost up. Sometimes when you're practicing Krishna consciousness, it seems like, as one devotee said, it's a long way back to Godhead. It can seem like that. Like, am I ever going to get... We read about the different stages from Shraddha to Prema, and it seems like the Anartha Nivritti stage is just like eons. Will I ever get to the first, even out the gate? But from another point of view, we know that for the living entity to come to this stage of initiation, that's the signal that their time in the material world is just about over. That's the signal. Otherwise, a person couldn't come to this stage of accepting Krishna, joining Krishna's family, chanting the holy names. Just to chant the holy name means that one has performed all of the sacrifices, studied the Vedas, done all of these things. This is a statement. So take heart. You have wonderful association, you have caring friends, you have the best guidance. So always be encouraged and go forth. Make other devotees like yourself, bring other people. I guess that's it.
You want to say something special about the individuals? Or just that's good? Okay. So it's time for, well, we have to do some other things. We have to do some preliminaries. Where's Nityananda Pran? Neck beads and garlands and all those things? Huh? Sure, you do the, so you can lead Kirtan. He's going to do a few things here. That's okay.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarikaksham Sa
Abhyantara Shuji Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu.
With the left hand, you will take water in your right hand. Wash your right hand. Om Keshavaya Namaha.
Om Kesavaya Namaha.
Wash your right hand. Om Narayanaya Namaha.
Om Narayana Namaha.
Wash your right hand. Om Madhavaya Namaha.
Om Madhavaya Namaha.
Wash your right hand. We'll do this two more times. Om
Om
Pavitra
Pavitra
Trova
Pavitrava
Avastham
Savavastam
Topiva
Tobiva
Smaret
Yasmaret
Sarikaksham
Ekaksham Samaya
Abhya
Yantara
Yantara
Sujihi
Sujihi
Vishnu
Shri Vishnu
Shri Vishnu
Vishnu
Shri Vishnu
Om Keshavaya Namaha.
Yeah. Brahma Samhita sheets for the devotees here. So we'll chant together, Sri Brahma Samhita, as soon as our devotees get their copy. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Lakshavratesu Surabira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevamanam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venam Kanvantam Aravinda Talayatasham Bharavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandrakala Sarvanamanya Vamshi Ratnangadam Pranayakeli Kalavilasam Shamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindavadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sarujvala Vigrahasya Govindavadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achutim Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhakto Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Antastu Koti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manasomani Pungavanam Sopyasni Yad Prapada Sinya Vachincha Tattve Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Saurachayatam Jagadanda Kotim Yachakti Vasti Jagadanda Chayayanantaha Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yat Bhava Bhava Tadriyo Manjasataiva Samprapya Rupa Mahimashanayana Bhushaha Suktayameva Nigama Pratataistavanti Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavis Tavirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalavihi Goloka Eva Nivyasatya Kilatma Bhuto Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Primanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaksataiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achincha Gunasvarupam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramani Murtishu Salani Amena Tishtan Nanavataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavak Paramak Kumanyo Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Koti Shashesha Vasudhari Vibhuti Vinam Tad Brahma Nirsalam Anandam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Maya Hiyasya Jagadanda Shatani Sute Traigunya Tad Vishaya Veda Vitayamana Satpavalambi Parasatvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Prasamataya Manaksu Yapaninam Padipadam Smartamupetya Leelayatena Bhuvanani Jagatyatasram Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिनाम सुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावं निश्चयामिहश्चयेन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्तिरेका चायेव यस्य भुवनानि विभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च ते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधि विकारविशेषयोगात् सञ्जायते प्रहितपृथगस्ति हेतुः यक्षं बुधमपि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपार्चैव हेतुसङ्कल्पभ्युपेच दीपायते विकहेतुसमानधर्मा यस्तादृगैव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्कारणार्णवजले भजति स्म योगा निद्रामनन्तजगदन्धसरोमरूपः आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैक्यनिःश्वसितकालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविदजा जगदन्धनाथः विष्णुर्महान् सकलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान्यथा स्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेजः स्वीयां कियत् प्रकटयत्तद्वितद्वदत्र ब्रह्माय एष जगदन्धविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भा द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये स गणाधिराजः विघ्नान् विहन्तम् अहमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्महीतगतम् अम्बुमरुदिशश्च कालस्तथात्मा मनसीथ जगत्त्रयानि यस्मात् भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेश सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजः यस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धार्मोत्थपापनिचया श्रुतियस्तपङ्क्षी ब्रह्मादिकीतपतगावदयश्च जीवः यदत्र प्रकथप्रभावः गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्मिन्द्रगोपमतवेन्द्रमहोत्स्वकर्मा भन्नानुरूपफलभाजनुमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजाप्रयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोहः गुरुगौरवसेव्यभावै सन्त्यन्त्यथस्य शतशिंतरमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रियाकण्ठ परमपुरुषः कल्पतरवो द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयि त्वयममृतम् कथागानं नत्यं गणमम् अपि वंशी प्रिया सखी चिदानन्दं ज्योतिपरम् अपि तद् आस्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीराद्भिश्राभिभ्यस्य सुमहान् निमेषाद्याख्यो वा व्रजति न हि यत्रापि समया भजेष्वेतद्वीपं तमहम् इह गोलोकमित्ययम् विदन्तस्ते शन्ताशति विरलाचरा कतिपये ईश्वरा परमाकृष्ण सच्चित् आनन्दविग्रह अनादिर् गोविन्द सर्वकारणकारणम् Hare Krishna. Very powerful mantras. Lord Brahma's mature stage of realization from chanting his mantra
May we get nice realization from chanting our mantra, Maha Mantra. So, vows for initiation. Would both of you like to go Prabhupada's Vyasa-san, pay obeisances before Srila Prabhupada, and then come over here? Sit back just a little bit so they can get your beads. You're good. This is, no, the other way, with your left side to Prabhupada, facing that wall. The other way, yes. This is the role reverses. This is where the parents started taking part in Krishna consciousness because of their children, or at least their daughter and son-in-law. So their daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandchildren are here. Come over here, come over here. Pay obeisances, and I'm going to have you take vows. You've not seen this before. You've seen initiation ceremony before? Pay obeisances, Mataji? Yes? No? First time? Okay. I'll guide you. I'm going to ask you some questions. The answer is yes. The answer is an honest answer, whatever the honest answer is. Oh, you saw in Gita Nagari. Okay. Okay. Little coaching never hurt. I'm a little, oh, there we go. Okay. So, how many rounds you'll chant on your beads every day? These are hers. And these are yours. These are yours. Okay. Okay, on these beads you'll chant. How many rounds every day? 16 rounds every day. And the rules that the 4 regular principles that you'll follow? You want to recite them. What are they? What are the 4 regular principles that you'll follow? Okay. And for the rest of your life, you'll make your best effort to practice Krishna, follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings. Yes? Very carefully. Your initiated name is Dinadayal Das. Subal. Why did I have to prompt you? It's like you're a loudspeaker system. And your good wife. These are your beads, yes? Okay, how many rounds you'll chant every day? 16 rounds. Can you say the regular principles in English, or you want to say them in Telugu? English, okay, go ahead. Okay. Oh, very good. If you missed it, you could say it in Telugu. And like your good husband, you'll very carefully follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings. She's always smiling. I've never seen her not smiling. Even when she's worried, she's smiling. Your initiated name is Kanaka Manjari Dasi.
Kanaka Manjari Mataji ki jai.
You 3 can go ensemble to Prabhupada's Vyasa-san. You can sit down. Kanaka Manjari is the name, you can sit, is the name of the gopi. You can read this later, but when Dukhi Krishna became Shyamananda, when he went before Radharani, do I have this right? He was given the name by Srimati Radharani. He became she, Gopi became Kanaka Manjari. You can read. Prema Tarangini will guide you how to find that nice story. Kanaka Manjari. Huh? Yeah, he's saying they're still afraid of me. Shruti, you can go first. Which one is yours? Do you know? This one is yours. Okay. Okay, on these nice beads, you're going to chant how many rounds every day? Okay. And the rules that you'll follow? And you'll very carefully follow Srila Prabhupada's teaching to the best of your ability through the rest of your life. Okay. Your initiated name is Shamasaki.
Shamasaki Mataji ki jai!
In honor of Ashok and Priti, it took me years to figure it out, you know, Shruti, Swati, and Sweta. So this has one up, this is two S's. Shamasaki. Very intimate associate of Srimati Radharani, Shamasaki Dasi. Neha, you're hiding. You come. Okay. Before Kishore, Kishori, and Srila Prabhupada, and all the assembled Vaishnavas, and Badahari, and Nityananda Pran, and everybody, your parents, your sister, she'll make sure you follow. The rule, how many rounds you'll chant every day? Okay, and the 4 rules that you'll follow? Okay, and you'll make your best effort to very carefully follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings. That'll be very nice. Your initiated name is Nitya Priya Das.
Nitya Priya Mataji ki jai!
Eternally dear to Krishna and Radha. And last but not least, you're not nervous, are you? You said to say yes, Maharaj. Look at yours. Before Badahari and Kosha Rupa and Kishore Kishori, and could you have dreamed a dream like this? Really awesome, huh? Yeah, okay. So how many rounds you'll chant every day? 16. Very good. And the rules that you'll follow? Okay. And follow Srila Prabhupada's teachings very carefully and very good. I'm going to have to look at the sheet. Oh, your initiated name is Sri Rupa Das.
Sri Rupa Dasi Mataji ki jai!
Rupa Goswami, in his form in Krishna's associates, amongst Krishna's associates, is Sri Rupa Manjari, and Sri Rupa for short, follower of Sri Rupa, Rupanuga. Okay, so we're ready for the yajna.
would like
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha 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 Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadam Dadati Svapadantikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitangscha Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachade Satarine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shivarshabhanavi Devi Dayataya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayane Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudhapa Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Swaha 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 Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambarasambodhe Padambo Jayate Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchit Ananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Swaha 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 Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Swaha 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 Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya evacha Patithanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratveshe Namaha Swaha 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 Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Svarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha 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 Hey Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha 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 Jayatam Saruto Pangor Mama Manda Mater Gati Matsarvasva Padam Bojo Radha Madana Mohano Swaha 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 Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimad Ratnagara Singhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prestadibhi Sevyamano Smarami Swaha 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 Shriman Rasa Rasarambhi Vangshivata Tata Stitaha Karshan Venusvanayar Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestunaha Swaha 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 Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Swaha 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swaha 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Saha, Saha, Swaha. And our final mantra, please stand. Take your banana in your hand and stand. Instead of grains this time, it's the banana and on swaha and placed gently into the fire. Hold your banana in this way. Thank you. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha Swaha. Microphone.
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna.